I've been mentioned in a comment by someone.
Should be good enough for you at least.
I've been mentioned in a comment by a girl. Oh, I'm
Alright,
excited.
we're live. Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of AppleTalk. Tonight we're being joined by Logan of Crazy Tech Reviews.
Hello, everybody.
He has a channel, and if you care, you can check it out, and we'll link in the description below. Yeah, we got some interesting topics tonight. We got a full house of some people. I think that Logan is now our first guest, I think. Unless I'm missing someone. No? Okay.
Yeah.
The reason I was delayed was very intelligent. I was watching the new Borat 2. It was very nice. Very nice indeed.
Very nice. Great success.
Great success. Yeah. Very good. Anyway,
it was. I've seen the film. It's fucking amazing. It's hilarious.
Good. If you like adult humor and funny guy from Kazakhstan, definitely go check it out. But yeah. So we're currently being joined by Finn, Enzo, Duke, and Luke. Thank you all for coming, and some other people. Yeah, let's get this show on the road.
Oh yeah, before we actually get this show on the road, I am currently doing a challenge because if you remember, I said I was doing a gold iPhone 4 restoration soon, and I have challenged myself to see if I can actually fix the gold phone during the stream. So that's what I'll be doing tonight. And I fucking hope it goes well. Otherwise, this is not going to be a good stream.
Unlike everything else that's going on today.
Very nice. Pretend I heard that. Anyway, so let's actually get into the first topic, which is general Mac maintenance. What are the best procedures? And this was Logan's topic, so obviously I'm gonna let him go first and start it off.
Well. The main reason I chose this is because, obviously, as part of my YouTube channel, when I'm working with all these old computers, mainly 1980s compact Macs recently, I often have to do a lot of repairing and maintenancing to keep these machines operational.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. There's so many of those things out there. Yeah. But I think it's sort of important because it seems like a lot of people recently have been sort of getting into collecting vintage Macs from that era. So I think it's probably important that we talk about how to keep them operational, considering that a lot of these machines from that time period have, a lot of issues. So I'm not really sure where to go with this from here. I kind of just came up with this one just to have a talk. So if anybody has anything to throw in, I guess I'll let them start off.
I would like to just talk about like general maintenance and just like sort of shelf life, I guess you would call it.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, is like, hold on, I just gotta. Yeah, in a way of like, actually storing. I mean, I think we already did storage, but I think storage is one of them. I think one of the things that everyone has to do if you're storing or collecting vintage Macs, I think one of the best things you could possibly do to keep them in good working order is to actually use them. Believe it or not. Because I don't know why, but whenever you leave things sitting or whenever you leave things just ran dry for a while, it always ends up dying somehow. And that's exactly what's happened with my Mac TV, which is still in pieces back here. I didn't use it for a whole 4 months, and now it doesn't work. A similar occurrence happened with my PowerBook Duo 230 Power Brick. It doesn't work anymore. Needs a recap. It doesn't show any voltages, but I assume, and also even with the certain hard drives, if you leave them sitting, they will possibly kill themselves because they'll stick and they'll get bad.
And that reminds me, I should probably run my iMac G3 hard drive for like a couple hours, just spinning around and not
maybe
moving
not
the
a
arm.
couple hours, like maybe a couple minutes.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, a couple minutes probably is best.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think probably the main reason. Oh, sorry. I think probably the main reason that I think the main reason probably that helps using your machines helps with keeping them operational is if they're sitting on a shelf for 4 months or 4 years, if something goes wrong, it's not going to be detected until possibly 3 years after it happens. And often with old Macs, which have leaking parts on them and things that over time will get worse and start to cause more and more problems, uh, if you don't notice it right when it happens, then it can possibly make your machine beyond repair. So, like, especially with 90s Macs, like if you're using your Mac and all of a sudden the sound comes out or goes out, if you catch that uh, soon enough, then it's going to be a simple, replace the caps, clean it, put new caps on. But if you don't detect that, then and you have it sitting somewhere, then eventually the video might stop working. The power might stop being, or it might not put out the correct voltages or any voltages. And then over time, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse until eventually the machine's, beyond repair.
Kaput.
I think that's probably the main reason, or that backs up Charlie's point there about using them, probably.
Yeah, I agree.
I have to say the best procedure before, well, yeah, the best procedure in preparing the computer physically is unplug it before you start. Because if you
Yes.
short anything out,
Oh yeah,
if you're a
that's
bastard,
exactly what
leave
Aiden
it-
did. His Aiden, he was taking apart his tray loading G3 when he got it, and he was trying to troubleshoot it, and he kept trying to discharge the CRT, and he's like, "Why does it keep shocking me? I'm trying to discharge it." And he's like, and then he finally realized, "Oh,
Dumbass.
I had it plugged in. I had it plugged in, and I was trying to discharge it." Which I think is
Yes.
possibly one of the dumbest things I've ever seen
how is
ever
Aiden
happen
still
in
not-
history.
How is
And as somebody who, sorry, Luke, as somebody who, as somebody who like works around these old Macs, like from the compact Mac era, one misconception I'd like to go ahead and just in right here is that you should not ever leave the machine plugged in when you're discharging the CRT. I believe some people believe that like if it's left plugged in, then the current has somewhere to go. But really, all a CRT is a big capacitor, and essentially, when you ground a capacitor, you just simply put it across the two pins. It's no different than grounding out a CRT. It can possibly cause other problems if you leave the machine plugged in. So yeah, make sure you unplug it because that's the proper way to do
true.
it. So yeah.
Most of another thing that I hear sometimes is that if you leave it unplugged for a while, it'll be fine to touch everything because the charge is gone. Honestly, I think
No, that's
strongly,
complete bullshit.
I strongly, what is the word? Strongly.
You strongly recommend that people don't do that.
Yeah, something like that. I don't
Yeah,
recommend
and-
it. I strongly don't recommend it because obviously it'll still have charge no matter what, and you never know. And you can't go like, "Ooh, I can touch all the things. Let me rub my hand on everything." There's no charge, but I mean, you don't know that. There probably is. So, yeah.
I mean, it's sort of just use your common sense thing because if you're wrong, and even if there is a 99% chance that CRT is discharged, you do not. With something as valuable as the only life you're ever going to get, do you really want to take the risk of it on a stupid 50-year-old computer or 40-year-old computer that might possibly be discharged or most likely is discharged? Because, the thing is even if
Well,
they
if you're
do,
like me, then yes.
even if they do have bleeder resistors in them and they do, and it does slowly discharge it, these machines are 40 years old, and as proven with other things, parts fail, and bleeder resistors can fail, possibly. And if they do fail, and you stick your hand in there, then you're gonna have burnt fingers. Possibly.
To be fair though,
although-
if you put if you put one hand on there, yeah, you're gonna get shocked. It's gonna hurt, but it's not gonna be awful. If you put both hands in there, that's when it
Yes.
that's when it creates a circuit, and it will shock all of you, go through the heart most likely, and kill you.
And also something else, it's not just hands you should be careful of. Also be careful of your shoes, because if your feet aren't properly insulated, and most likely they are if you're not standing on the ground itself. But I would suggest wearing like rubber shoes as well when you discharge, because if the current flows through your body somehow, then that also is not good either. So
Yeah.
Also,
just use common sense. That's the simplest thing. Just don't do anything retarded.
for discharging Macs, it's a United Kingdom plug, standard UK plug, but I've taken the live and the neutral pins out, and I've only left the earth pin the earth pin is connected to a wire, which is connected to a screwdriver.
Well, that's not a bad idea.
What I do is I
No,
plug
it's
it
not a
into
bad
the
idea.
socket,
I could
and
try
as
that, but I don't
earth
feel
pin,
comfortable with it because it's still a pin in my wall.
Fucking hell.
the live and neutral pins obviously aren't connected. There's no risk of being
Yeah, that's
240
fine.
volts going into you, and the
Or
earth
here 120.
earth pin pushes the little doors down in any common British plug socket made in the last 20 years. The doors will go down, and that's what lets the live and the neutral pins go in. But since we don't have those, the doors will open. Nothing will get through because you've got the plug body of the plug in the way. And all you have is the earth pin, which basically goes through your house's earthing system straight to ground. Now, there is an issue with that. I don't know if that will make all of the earthing in the house live for maybe a couple seconds. So if you're probably holding a tap or a radiator, I don't know if that will make the radiator suddenly have 1,000 volts in it.
Well, certainly not 1,000. I don't.
I don't know how much power
They're all
CRT
thinking-
has in it, but I was thinking,
Oh, you're talking about
Again-
CRT. I thought you were just talking about line voltage. I'm like, shit. If you have 1,000 volts just
Actually,
coming out
let's
of your
see
outlet,
right
I think you
now.
need to like.
Loud?
I'm just picturing seeing like just a giant white flash coming from where Charlie is, and then Charlie screaming.
It doesn't say. Or maybe I'm just blind. I mean, I do need
Can
glasses.
just-
I'm putting them on shoes.
what is he doing?
Yeah, I'll never know.
I have no idea.
It's useless.
But
I mean, I
yeah,
have
you're
it
in the-
apart.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, definitely.
You can
What I
decide,
did.
but-
Wait, hold on.
Grounded.
Is there something on the Mac TV screen? I can't tell. It looks like there was.
What?
Was he?
No, you were
Was
talking
that-
about how much voltage does a CRT have. So then I'm like, okay, maybe I'll
Oh.
just go over there and look. Maybe there's a sticker that says. And there is a sticker, but it doesn't say. So.
I need to.
mission
Well, you know what?
success.
Quickly, I actually have the Macintosh. Well, actually, I technically I already know what voltage. I believe the Compact Macs, like the SE. I'm not sure about the Color Classic, but like the SE, the Plus, all the other ones that have black and white 9-inch monitors. I believe those have 11 to 12 kilovolts in them. I believe, or something around that range. As far as a color CRT, like in a Mac TV, I'd say maybe like 20 or 30 kilovolts, possibly. I think
Isn't
the
that like
iMac has like
1,000
40.
volts or something?
40,000. A kilovolt is 1,000 volts, I believe.
Ah.
I think, yeah. Obviously.
Okay.
So that'd be about 12,000 volts. So yeah, obviously you don't want that flowing through your body. I mean, yeah.
Stupid thing. Yeah. I'm trying to briefly. Yeah, so I'm trying to briefly change the podcast.
I was thinking, yeah, if you live in the UK,
That's
that'd
my
probably-
channel description. Okay, you know what? I'm done with that. Okay. I don't know where Henry is. I was about to ask his opinion, but I guess we'll just head to the next topic if everyone's good with that. Wow, only 10.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's still some more things to talk about, but because obviously there's the whole capacitor plague or whatever.
You got the batteries. Found by Max Bomb.
So yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we're gonna. I think in conclusion, we could just say you have to really kind of use them. You gotta make sure certain things are working properly, and you don't wanna leave batteries in your computers. And I guess another good thing would be just to like make necessary repairs. Recaps are always good.
Yeah.
Just things that'll hurt
As a
you in
matter
the long
of
run.
I would say before you do anything with the computer, just to force yourself to do it so that you don't just go into a procrastinating habit, recap the damn thing, because
There we
if
go,
you don't
finally. Fuck's
when
sake.
you can easily do it, you will regret it, and then you'll end up having to like either spend hours working on it or pay somebody to do it, because it gets to a point where it can potentially just make your boards useless and you'll have to just buy new ones. So yeah, always recap Max.
Yeah.
Don't ever put it off.
Wait, hang on, I have to.
But yeah, let's go ahead and
I still haven't got my classic yet.
Alright.
I still have.
I already recapped my Mac Classic, and so
I need my classic. I gotta save that. Thing.
Oh yeah, you got that classic for free, didn't you, from your dad?
Send me the
Lucky
board and I'll
bastard.
recap it for you for whatever money it costs to do
Put
it.
myself like.
who me send you the board?
No, I'm talking to Luke because he's slightly closer.
Oh.
I can
Um,
fix it.
oh.
I,
Yeah,
give
that'd
me a
be
thing, let's
outrageously
fix it.
expensive to send
I've got,
you my
Yeah.
board.
I've got the tools. I've got everything to do it. I just gotta look at
Do
the
you have
tutorials.
flux?
Huh? Yeah, I've got
Yeah.
flux.
Do you have a hot air station?
Yes.
Wow, really? Cool. All right, I guess you're all
Have you
set
I
then.
don't.
watched Let's Fix It?
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I literally demonstrated that thing in the first episode. My HP laptop.
All right,
Do I
let's
have-
just forget. All right. Next
Yeah.
topic.
I'm actually going to be recapping my Mac Classic soon because it turns out that I was stupid enough to order the replacement caps for the wrong board. But anyway, yeah.
Nice.
Go
Oh
ahead.
God.
Next
All right.
topic.
Next topic. Our worst accidents. What have we killed accidentally?
Oh.
I don't remember
Oh,
whose this was.
Full-
I think it was down somewhere, and then I'm like, huh, that's a good topic. Let's just put that down. I think it was discussed last night or something, but yeah. Anyway, so I guess this topic is basically just about like accidental damage that we've done to our devices, old or new. I think one of my most recent one was this screen protector. I don't know how, but it just happened. No. So I have this. This is my main phone that's about to be replaced in like a month, but I recently put on a new screen protector, and I already got like a spiderweb crack right here to the right there. And I do remember when that happened. I dropped it on my way out of the car when I came home from school. And then this morning I look on my phone and there's another crack right here. Oh, shut up, stupid thing.
What, on the actual screen or the protector?
No, the protector. There's a crack right here. You can barely see it. I mean, on camera you can't, but I can see it here. It's like the whole thing is sort of like chipped away, and then there's a whole crack that goes from here to here, and it's so annoying. And I just put this on. This was like $25. God damn. And
Fucking hell, 25
honestly,
bucks for a
really?
screen protector and you've already cracked it.
Yeah, and I mean this one isn't
I
even
literally
that good.
just threw.
It's one of those garbage ones where the edges are sort of like peeled off, even though I haven't done anything to it. But whatever.
Yeah.
But
I don't use screen protectors. I just have a case that has a bumper on it that's deep enough that it goes around the entire phone.
Yeah, but it still
like,
scratches
I-
the screen though, doesn't it?
I mean, even though this one has a bumper, but even though it has a bumper, there are still scratches on the screen protector, and I don't really want to get those on the actual screen. So
Yeah.
I hope it's
Yeah, I'm a bit like Charlie. I'm a bit OCD when it comes to my tech, so I like them to have as much protection as
It
possible so I
doesn't
don't
seem to be
actually
under the
damage them.
screen either. It's just because it doesn't go over the protector. I don't think it does. Whatever. I think once I finish using this specific piece of technology, then I take off all the case, I take off the screen protector, and then I just put it in a box or something, or use it as a backup. But once this is done,
When
I
I
take
stop-
off this gross case. I shall do it right now.
Mhm.
It's turned yellow.
If I get a new phone, I'm just gonna get % to like filming video and shit, so that I can not have to have all that stuff on my phone, my personal
Yeah.
phone anymore.
I thought about doing it with this one, but
It's
then
tr-
the new one's gonna have a really good camera. So, or maybe
Yeah.
no, that'd be such a waste.
I
Do
saw-
the opposite, like keep this as the main and then use that one as the only camera. What a waste that would be! Like a brand new phone, just use this
Yeah.
like a camera for a 200 subscriber YouTube channel. Or no way, what is it? 500 something now? I forget. But yeah. Henry, what about you? What accidents have you done lately to your tech? None, because I'm a perfect human being, he said. What about you, Logan?
Oh well, for one, I think Henry's frozen. But
Henry
as
died.
far as yeah, as far as I go, I could talk about all the different things
Done.
I've screwed up for about 20 years. But I'm just gonna simplify this down because I seem to be good at breaking
yeah.
things. For one, I kind of got the escape key stuck in my. Oh wait, actually, let's. So basically, this is probably one of the. 1 second, please. Anyway, this is
Yeah,
probably
it
one
was-
of the more entertaining yet less necessarily bad things I've done, and that was with my Apple IIe. So basically, when I got it, I went and took all the all the keys off and everything to try to clean it, and it turns out that somebody actually one of the key stocks broke, so they hot glued the escape key back on.
Hot
So when I
glue.
pulled that off,
Ooh.
yeah, they literally hot glued the key onto the stock. So I took that one off, and I figure I can just use some super glue. So I put some super glue on there to put it back on. It gets in the switch. So then I try to wiggle the switch to break it loose, and it gets stuck down. Thankfully, that time I was able to get it out. However, recently I needed to press the escape key for something, so I took a pair of pliers and just tried to jam it down and pull it back up. But then it got stuck, and now I can't get it back out. So I'm gonna have to like desolder the entire switch and like replace it. So that's gonna be fun. Let's think. What are some other things I've broken? Oh, that's right, my Macintosh Plus CRT. This one's good. So basically, I was trying to test out my Macintosh Classic using the Plus CRT because they are completely, don't mind that, backwards compatible. And so I go to move the Classic CRT out of the way and completely just neck the end off the Plus CRT. I was so pissed after that. So yeah, that stupid mistake costed me about $100.
Ah, that sucks.
Jesus Christ, $100. Uh, I've got one, which is one I've never shared. So I had an iPhone. What one did I have? I had an iPhone 7 at the time. I bought it the year before from a guy that said it was damaged in a fatal car accident. His friend unfortunately was killed.
Oh.
Can anyone check if the stream is still going? Because for some reason, it logged me out. Now it doesn't have access to the session expired. My ass. Is it going and is the chat going? Because then chat disconnected on my own. That's weird. So I refreshed the page. Now everything's broken. Oh.
Anyway,
I hate these account recovery bullshit. Okay, continue.
So I bought this phone in. Thank you. I bought this phone in about 2018, around November time. I got to stripping it. I wasn't really happy with it because it had a cracked lens over the camera, and I bought the wrong one. I bought the lens plus the support or whatever it was, instead of just the glass lens. The camera was broken on it. It was a jet black 7, so you can obviously tell how shit a condition it would have been in. So I decided a few months around June time last year to say, fuck it, I'm putting this thing back together and I'm selling it. So I found an iCloud locked matte black iPhone 7. This is actually from the iPhone 7. It's the same phone that I did the restoration video for my channel around May, I think it was when I did it. I don't know. But so I got it all together, got it all working, and then I felt the battery was getting pretty toasty whilst using it. Very fucking hot on the back, almost to a point where you could not use it. So I went to change the battery, got down weirdly on the carpet, don't know why, started undoing the phone, fine, did that fine, got to the battery, pull tab 1, snap, pull tab 2,
oh
snap.
My god, damn pull tabs. I don't think I've ever taken out a battery and actually gotten the full thing. So then you have to go and tediously try out and hope that you don't bend the battery and explode in your face. That is the annoying thing. That actually happened when I was replacing the battery in the phone. Yeah, I haven't either.
I've never had them blow.
Anyway, that is the most...
Oh, you're a fucking bastard. So, I decided that I was going to just pull it out with a spudger. And as I was prying, smoke. Then flames.
And so you said you never had them blow up on you.
I went to run out into the hall outside because I'm on the 3rd floor of my house. Went to run out into the hall and chuck it out the bathroom window because I thought I'd rather lose. Shut the fuck up. I'd rather lose this phone than my house. I'd rather have that burn.
Yeah, I agree.
Than my house burn. So I went to check it out the window. As when I was halfway between my room, the office, and the bathroom, poof, battery blew out of the phone, landed on the carpet.
Oh
yeah. So I dropped the phone. I dropped the phone, or what was left of it, ran to my bathroom to get something to basically put it out. Got some water, Smoke alarm started blaring off.
Oh.
Mum came up the stairs shouting, "What the fuck's going on?" got some
course.
water, poured and realised before I poured over it that thank
Oh
fuck
no.
I had put thank fuck I had put my bath mat on the carpet so it would dry instead of having the actual carpet. So it blew out the phone, landed on the bath mat,
Oh.
and that singed, and the battery just went out on its own.
Oh.
But the phone still
Ugh.
worked.
Oh my.
That is
The phone still worked. I
crazy.
sold it.
I
I
actually-
sold it a week later to the very day,
Oh,
and the
man.
bloke never knew a thing.
Better hope it doesn't.
I well,
Better hope it doesn't do it again. I actually had something similar to that. It was a little bit different. I mean, it involved a battery blowing up. But basically, I was down here. This might have even this wasn't before I started my YouTube channel, but I was down here getting something, and I was pulling like a PC, one of these PCs, out of this very shelf right here, and it was like
Yeah.
really stuck in there, so it was like shaking, and so I'm like
No.
I'm jerking the thing out. And then all of a sudden I smell like solder or something. And so I'm like looking around, like wondering where it's coming from. Then I thought I was just smelling something. So I continue to pull out the PC, and then I see like smoke coming out of. I see just like smoke just like floating across the basement. I'm like, oh shit! And I trace it down to like it's coming from this box or something, just random projects I built. And so I freaking grab that thing. I haul ass upstairs. I freaking chuck it out the damn door. And it turns out basically what happened is I had left like a 9-volt battery plugged into like some project I built like 2 years ago, like some light thing or whatever, just messing around with like electronics or whatever. And basically what happened was when I was jerking around that PC, I guess it shorted out the wires, and so like the plastic on the wires was all tarred up. Thank God I caught it before I did, because if I would have walked out of there.
yeah, I had something that well, interesting story. Something that exploded and still worked. This was actually something that didn't work. This is the computer I'm using at the moment. It's a Toshiba Satellite C660. Got it for free because it said, "Oh, it doesn't turn on anymore, but you can have it." Thank you very much. I plugged my universal charger in, and it immediately shorted the charger to ground and would shut the charger down. So, okay, so pulled the whole computer apart, removed the motherboard and the heatsink and pretty much everything, bar the CPU and the RAM. Or did I take the heatsink off? No, I didn't. And I was just manhandling the board, hooked it back in again. All of a sudden there's this almighty tish, and I'm like, fuck. Drop the board. Instant regret. I get the hell out of there. Which is difficult to do because my room is about the size of an office cubicle. And then I come back in, unplug the board, and I'm like, okay, something blew up. Let's inspect and have a go again. Turns out a tantalum capacitor on the battery charging had exploded, and when I unplugged the battery, that had obviously caused an inrush of current as I was taking the computer apart. It caused it to blow. So I said, well, she's dead now. I'll just confirm it's dead. So I plugged the power cord back in again, and all of a sudden, a little green light turns on.
How?
Like, hang on, this can't be happening. I checked the charger.
Weird.
The charger wasn't shorted to ground. So I put the board back in the chassis, connect the power button to the screen, put 2 gigabytes of RAM, I press the power button, and all of a sudden, Toshiba satellite, Intel inside technology. I'm like, no fucking way. I put a hard drive,
Yeah.
it loaded Windows 7.
So basically the tantalum shorted is what you're saying.
It blew up and started working.
Wow.
Holy shit.
I don't know why, but for some reason that made me think of like the IBM PCs or whatever, because don't they have like that issue as well?
Oh
The
yeah,
wafer
8-Bit Guy's also
capacitors?
had that happen quite a few times, hasn't he?
Had a BBC
Yeah,
micro
I think
blow up.
Adrian said replace. I don't think it blew up on him, but I think he had to like replace it.
No, he had
I'm
one
actually
that
gonna be
blew
right
up
back.
on him. He did have one that blew up on
Oh,
him.
well,
I can't
wasn't
remember.
that the compact portable though?
That was
No,
That wasn't like an
I
IBM.
think it was one where
Oh, yeah,
like the red light wouldn't go, wouldn't turn on
Yeah, that
until it blew, and then it started working. If that was the compact
That
portable,
was
then I'm an
the
idiot.
portable. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick.
Yeah.
So I'll be
Sure.
back in like 5 seconds.
Where's Charlie gone?
I'm still here. I'm just getting frustrated at Google's the most retarded verification. Ah, this is so. I hate this. I hate this. What is this? What is this? It keeps
Would
giving
you-
me all this crap. It's, scan a QR code. Do this. Do that. Ooh, we can't verify it's you. How about die in a hole? Ah. I just changed the password. Like 5 times. My God. I have to throw this phone
Okay,
at
meanwhile,
something.
I'm still working on this iPhone, stripping it instead of being able to actually... but I think I'm getting somewhere now. Yes! And we are through. Right. So, I guess we should probably end up moving on topics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh
Right, so
yes.
what's
Yeah,
the
so
next
we
one
can't
then?
use fuck Google as a password. Thanks, Google. But we can switch topics, which is modifying old Macs and what are our opinions on modifications.
Don't do
I'll
it.
go last on
Come
this
around your
one.
house with a battle axe.
I guess I'll start because no one else is. But basically, we're basically going to talk about. Oh, Logan's back. We're basically just talking about modifications to old Macs, what we think about them, or what modifications. I swear I've heard this topic somewhere else. What was it?
It's
Just-
probably because you were
Thursday on
talking
my
about
show.
it with fucking... What's it called? The French
Chatting
kid.
cat?
Who the fuck was
No,
it?
no.
Oh,
it-
no.
Do you not
Charlie.
remember
The
the one who
asshole,
always
Windows
said that
ME.
original?
I hate him. Yeah, but that's not where this came from. I swear, was this on MacYack or something?
No,
I
it
haven't
was,
watched it in ages.
Didn't we do this? Didn't we do this Thursday on my show?
Oh, yeah.
I think we did.
I thought it was Wednesday.
And then I think we just started talking about Walmart. I don't know what happened after that.
Walmart.
And then at the end, Aiden freaking showed his damn face, so I had to go and abruptly cut out like the end of the stream. So that was very fun.
System Cup. Right, let's get on with this. So, do you know what?
I agree.
Screw it, I'm gonna get on. My opinion on modifying old Macs. I think people agree with me. It's okay to an extent. I mean, if you're gonna modify something like, give me a not really cared about vintage Apple computer.
Mac, classic Mac. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's as much about it as it is popular. If you have like a Mac SE, I mean, people care about those, or a Mac Plus, people care about those, but they're so popular that like just modding one is not a big issue. And the way I look at modding vintage Macs is vintage Mac collecting, unlike vintage computer collecting. I mean, it depends really on your personality, but a lot of people who are more into vintage Macs, mainly like 90s ones and stuff, sort of have them to like put expansions in and like modify them and just mess around with them. And my view on it is, as long as you enjoy what you do and you're not like somebody who's like gonna sell it off in like a year or so, and you're actually planning on keeping that machine long term, then do what you want to do with it to enjoy it. I mean, obviously, be reasonable. I mean, don't go cutting up the case, putting toggle switches all over the damn thing.
Too late for that.
Yeah.
But
my idea on the process is well, yeah, I'm gonna think about let's say an Indigo iMac G3, very very common computer. Not many people care about it that much. If you go up, restore doing one of them. What?
It's doing it again. God damn it! I just did it on this thing. You know what? Fuck this. Okay, stream's gonna go on forever then. Yeah, I'll figure it out later. Just continue. I'll just deal with this myself.
All right. So if you go for something like Indigo iMac G3, common as hell, not really cared about, not that special of a computer. I don't think many people. I think you would agree with me. Not many people will care what you do with an Indigo. Would you agree?
Or a better example would be a Blueberry, because there's millions of Blueberries out there. I swear to God.
Oh yeah, Blueberry is quite a good one.
I would never mod my Blueberry because, like, that's like one of my first computers, and it's kind of special to me. So yeah.
Yeah, or if you do something like a Blueberry clamshell. But my problem is when you start going onto the rarer items. Like if you were to go to, let's say, to an extent, if someone's fucking rich, let's say they modified a
Mac TV.
no, Lisa.
Oh my God, not a Lisa. No.
Yeah, if someone was to
The
modify
Lisa is
something
one
of
machine
that
where-
extent, then that's where I draw the line. If someone was to modify
Yeah.
something very rare, fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were to
Yeah.
there's a guy called Eric Sievil on YouTube who he does resto mods on iBooks, on iBook G3 clamshells most of the time. And the ones that annoy me is whenever he does it to something like he puts an i7 in a keyline clamshell. There's no real point in doing that. You're never gonna actually use it. For one, the computer is extremely rare as well. Keep it as it is. It's going to be worth more in the long run if you keep it as it is.
You know, here's where I draw the line on mods. In my opinion, modding means modifying the computer. That doesn't mean basically completely changing the computer's architecture. So if you're going to mod a computer, like if you're going to expand the computer, if you're going to add to what it originally was, but yet keep the same architecture or whatever, I'm completely fine with that. Like if you're going to upgrade, you're going to put like a processor upgrade in the SE30 or like something
or you're
like
going
that.
to upgrade the RAM.
But on the other, yeah, if you do stuff like that, or even if you put like some fancy reset toggle switch bullshit on the back, not in the front, of course. You know, SE30s and SEs are common machines, relatively speaking. You know, it's still basically the same computer. You're just expanding on it to do with it what you enjoy doing with it. I mean, after all, this is all about the fun of it anyway. But if you're going to take a Macintosh SE, gut it, cut up the case, put a modern board in there, sure, it's cool, but you're ruining something that somebody would have loved to have to use for what it really was supposed to be. And that's my problem. Like, I you can like I just don't think it's right in a way to sort of just put like modern PCs in old computers, because
fuck.
That's the point of having an old computer. It's like to enjoy the experience of it. And personally, I myself have never modded really any machines. The closest I've ever been to modding a machine was putting a fan in a Macintosh Plus, and that's a mod that would benefit me as somebody who uses the computer quite frequently, but also wouldn't really change the exterior aesthetic of it. And as a matter of fact, I'd say it would make the machine more unique. But yeah.
And keep the phone alive. Keep it alive. That's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Modding is something that's really kind of out of my range of collecting computers, because I try to keep, for my channel and what I do on it, I try to keep all machines as close to stock as possible, because I want to sort of show how they would have been, when you got them. And yeah, I just don't agree with putting like motherboard.
Oh fuck. Yeah, I've made a mistake. I've already made one.
Shit.
Fuck's sake. The screen's just
Switch back to the
died
previous
on this...
topic. And then you can recap
the
on that.
The screen on this iPhone 4 has just died.
The new one?
Yes.
Oh,
The new one.
I know how that is.
Dead. It's in.
I've
just plugged it into my MacBook. I can feel the heat coming off the motherboard. It also is saying that that phone is on iTunes. Thankfully, I've not screwed it all back together.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, hold on one second. Let me go get something. I'll be right back.
Right. Fuck. I guess I'm gonna have to order a fucking iPhone 4 screen.
Oh,
Great.
You want mine?
Huh?
One sec. Just gotta save the day real quick. I have present for you. I have iPhone 4 something screen. I think this is a regular 4. I would like to note it is scratched to shit, but it is yours for the low price of like $2 and something else. I don't know. I have to think about it. but you can have it very
Okay.
cheap.
£1.50 in like English money.
So,
Pounds, like 99.
on your screen thing, Henry, this here, you see this? This is supposed to be a iPhone 5C replacement screen that I bought for like some cheap $14 iPhone 5C that I wanted to sort of restore myself. Back when I was into more modern stuff like this a few months ago. But basically, this here is in perfect condition. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean the crinkly stuff is messed up because I put it back on because I was going to return this. But basically, I plugged this in to the phone and nothing happened. I tested the phone again with the original screen, which it doesn't. The touch is broken on it, and the screen has been damaged a little bit, and it worked just fine. It showed the hello screen, and
That's usually
this
something to do with
basically
the
showed
actual.
up.
It's usually something to do with the
Yeah.
connectors.
Yeah, it was the connectors that were bad, probably from the way it assembled it. But basically, this screen showed up broken, completely
Hmm.
dead. Wouldn't even show an image. Basically, all this is a backlight, and it's that I know exactly how that is, so that's great.
Oh no! This was working. I fucked it up.
Oh, you did. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were
I
just saying
broke
it was
this.
like crappy and it just died. Oh, yeah,
No,
I
it's
know
'cause I was
how.
taking it
Yeah,
off the
repairing
frame.
iPhones sucks.
I was taking it off the frame, but it's there in iTunes.
Mhm.
I can feel the heat of the motherboard. It's
Oh, that sucks.
working. It's just.
But anyway, something I was going to mention before you freaked up your screen, back on my previous argument on how I feel about modding MacBooks, or MacBooks, what the hell am I talking about? Modding computers, is that a good example of what my point is sort of like, if you look at not too long ago when Action Retro did his video on the G4 Cube, he sort of did like he did the RGB mod where he put like the RGB lighting in it. And see, that's something I'm fine with because it enhances his experience with the machine, and it's not like completely putting like a different computer inside of it. And yeah, that's basically a simple example of how I feel about it and what is going on here with the thing.
I don't know. What's going on?
I fucked the screen on the
Oh,
iPhone
nothing. It's
4,
just
but we
like
don't
Yeah,
have
I
to
know
be.
that. Duh. But he said, "What's going on?"
Going back to the original topic.
Okay,
What's
so
happening?
I just wanted to quickly say that Google's being an absolute bitch. I've never been this angry at it ever. For some I think it had something to do with my VPN, but its session expired. Okay, so it signs me out of everything. I mean, at least AppleTalk, and it's taken me through this stupid loop of like entering new passwords, scanning QR codes, accepting text messages from a robot. It's so annoying. And now I have no way to get back onto
Can't
the
you just
Google account. And I don't have any way to. And I don't have any way to stop the stream when we're done with it.
It's
So-
fine. I was just sing that song that no one likes. Is it called Friday? Yeah, cool. I'll just sing that, and then that'll scare everyone off.
Why doesn't.
Or I'll just blab on about how Michelle Pfeiffer was the best Catwoman. Yeah, I'll just bore everyone to death. That'll get them. That'll get
Session
everyone.
expired my ass.
Can't you just turn it off, or
Have you
do you have to have it on?
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning off?
Yes, except. Please, thank you. You verified. Okay, create another new password. I've done this 5 times.
Try shoving it up your arse.
Damn.
Alright, I'll just let you guys.
You know,
do you guys
this is
want to
what I
switch the
hate about
topic, or do you want to do another one?
Huh?
Do you guys
Let's,
want to switch the topic, or do another
Does anybody have anything else to say?
About what? Oh yes.
I think we should let
modding.
Logan finish what he was saying about the topic.
Sorry. I mean, I already finished. I was just saying
Oh, did
my
you?
opinion about that. I probably restated about 5 times. But does anybody have anything else to say about modding Max?
Modding computer.
I
Don't
don't for now. No.
I'll say something. If you mod a computer, you can do the hardware side of things. Just, well, as long as you're not ripping the whole guts out, putting a Core i7
Yeah, that's just
Threadripper,
stupid.
piece of shit.
I do not, in any case, approve of that, even if it's something like a classic.
If you,
But go on.
if you're the kind of person who rips the guts of a 128K out and replaces it with a Core i7 gaming PC with RGB, or you're the kind of person who rips the shielding out of an iPod clamshell no matter what color it is, and if you're the kind of person
Mhm.
who changes the CRT in something when it isn't dead, prepare that I'm going to come round your house dressed as Catwoman and I'm going to behead you with a whip.
With a whip, specifically with
I'm
a
going to
whip.
wrap it around your neck and I'm going to yank it until I slice the head and detach it completely from your body. And then I'm going to bury your corpse in a wheelbarrow full of sand and I'm going to dump it on the M25. And I'm going to
What
jump
is
off
this? Help! What does this mean?
What does
I know.
what mean?
There is an
never
issue with
got no
signing
idea.
into your YouTube troubleshoot. Yeah, this is why I hate Google. I'm probably gonna end up.
yourself.
I swear to God, this happens.
Anyway, should we move on topic wise?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd say so. I don't feel like restating anything over again because I'd probably just do that.
Right, let's go. So what's the next one then?
Yeah, and I don't
Okay,
know.
let's just.
My opinion on the sorry, one thing real quick, guys. My opinion on the see-through clam thing too is if it's not like if you could put the shielding back in, then there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I can't say that like I've never like not putting RF shielding back in like Commodore 64s and stuff, but I don't know the full situation behind that video, so I'm not going to say anything more on that for now.
Hmm.
So yeah, go ahead and proceed to the next one. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Don't apologize.
Next up is.
Oh yeah, so let's move to the next topic, which is Apple's biggest flops. Did they deserve to fail? Who knows? I guess this is just a topic to talk about. I think this was either Enzo's or Nightmare or I can't even read the chat because it's not even open, so I don't know who's there. But I guess you guys can, but I can't. So I think this
There's
was either
Duke and
I forget his
and
name,
me.
Raw Elements or Finn's idea. I forgot, but one of them.
I think it's Elements. I don't know. I can check.
Go
This
for
is
it.
the most useless thing.
It was it's Goose, so
Yeah.
I'm not sure who that is.
That's Finn.
Okay. It says Apple's failures, so I'm gonna assume that's it.
Okay, so we're doing Finn's topic. So Apple's failures.
Yep. This is a
Also,
rather interesting topic because obviously Apple has had many
There's a
failures,
shit
that's
ton.
for sure.
Tell me about it. I owned one as a first computer.
Yeah, how many can I list off the top of my head? The fucking iPhone 4
Lisa?
antenna. Yep, Lisa, Apple 3, iPhone 4 antenna band issue, MacBook Pro Touch Bar, MacBook Pro 2016 butterfly keyboard not working. The fucking 2015's burning to a crisp.
Pro 2011 GPU gate.
The iPhone 10's Ghost Touch issue, the iPhone 6s's battery replacement warranty.
Mate 300.
I don't think those are fails. Those are just recalls, which could be another. I'm talking. We're talking about like Apple's failed products that they announced, because those products didn't fail. They were just successful products with flaws. So I'm talking about like the Mac TV, Pippin, Apple 3, something else, the Keyline iBook that no one bought.
The Newton
Apple
line.
Lisa.
Apple Lisa, yeah.
Well, what should we start with? I think we should sort of with this one sort of go through like each different machine and talk about like what caused it to fail and sort of why it failed and whether it deserved to be failed or not, and sort of I think that would probably work best for this one. So should we start like oldest to newest maybe? Like, because I'd say like some of the older ones are probably some of the more famous ones, like for example, Release.
I haven't killed the board. Good.
I guess you could just like stop streaming through OBS and then just leave it streaming nothing until you can end it properly.
You know what? Honestly, I'm just gonna figure something else out. This is literally being the most
Can you like
retarded
not
thing.
just disconnect from the VPN?
What? The VPN is
Can you not
off.
just like? Oh.
No, I don't know what's happening. It's just really dumb. No, because I had my VPN on because I was watching a movie that doesn't work here. Okay, so then I didn't turn it off because I didn't think it'd be a problem. Okay, so I'm doing the stream, and then chat says, "Ooh, chat disconnected." Okay, so then the chat disconnects. So what do? I refresh the page, and then it signs me into my main account, which is the Matchmaker 4 account, and it just brings me to a totally different page that I don't need that's for that. So I'm like, okay, that's not right. So I try signing into my account. And then it says, oh, your account was attempted to sign in by someone using a suspicious app, so we blocked them. Okay, so then I go to the thing and it says it's me, so I accept it, and then it makes me put in a new password and the old password. Okay, I do that, and then what I have to do, and then after that, I end up like putting in another password, and then it signs me in finally, and then it takes me to this stupid page that says, oh, there was an error connecting to your account. And then when I go to the YouTube homepage, it takes me back to the same account that I was on before that I don't want to be on. And it doesn't work at all. It's totally broken. And it makes me angry. And now I have no way of shutting off the stream because the stream shut off is in the actual YouTube itself, and it'll just keep giving you a loading bar forever. It just makes me so angry. It doesn't work. Well, time for another night of hitting Android phones with golf clubs. Yeah, so...
Yeah. What's next? Phones and Chromebooks?
I do it with Chromebooks. They deserve it way more.
I don't have any
Useful.
Chromebooks.
Mm.
And if I add the account again, someone might have accessed the account through a suspicious app installed on this device. You've been signed out. Damn. What do I even do? This is so...
Good question.
What a
Right,
night.
I'm not gonna go on video for the rest of the show because obviously my tripod is splitting like a piece of shit. It doesn't fucking work. Doesn't hold my phone.
It seems everyone's
in
bad
place,
tempered
so
tonight.
it falls off the fucking stand twice during stream. Fuck's sake.
I have an idea. Why don't you make when you get to a certain subscriber count, do a board smashing tripod and teach that pile of crap we
Thought he was gonna
read.
do a giant smashing video at like something subs, and then he never did.
Hey,
I was gonna do like a smashing video for like my 100 subscriber special, but I don't really have anything to
Oh,
smash.
and by the way, I didn't regret kissing the Lego figure. I meant it. Free way.
Smash shelf. I'm actually probably gonna smash the Xbox 360 because it's been like it's like a red ring of death, and the case is destroyed, and I have no hopes of getting it working, and it's just taking up space.
Mm.
I already
Smash
checked the
it.
hard drive for it like 3 months ago, so that's what I'm gonna
Smash
do.
it.
I'm just gonna take it outside with the case. Here, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna put it. It's literally like. Okay, well, for one, there's shit
I know.
moving around inside of there. The front panel.
Oh
damn it,
yeah. I've just
Front
had an
panel.
idea.
It's broken, and it's there. There goes the power button. Yeah, this is. I'm just gonna say right now, Microsoft has the